Hi, I'm Bethany Deal, the Costume Production Supervisor here at the Academy of Art University, and I will be walking you through how to create a face mask that has a pocket in it that we are going to be creating to donate to our healthcare workers who are fighting against the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay guys, so obviously your first step is going to be to wash and dry your fabric. Once you have it washed, dried, and pressed, you're going to cut them into 9-inch by 8-inch squares. 9 inches being the length of the mask, 8 inches being across the top. You will also cut 6.5 inches of elastic. I have 1/8 inch wide elastic. It seems to be a good width. You can also use cord, and if you have to, 1/4 inch wide. Then you're going to take the two pieces of fabric and you're going to put them faces together, right sides together as you would on any project. If you feel the need to pin it, you're going to pin down both sides and down the bottom. As of right now, this is my top. So down both sides and down the bottom. Okay, so I've pinned down the edges for my serging, and now I'm going to serge down the side, across the bottom, and up the other side. The next step will be to serge the top edge not together. So you're trying to create that pocket. So I'm going to catch it and then continuously making sure that I'm not catching the other side and going all the way around the top edge. Okay, cut. Now that you have your serge pocket down the sides and it's open at the top, you're going to fold it in half and 1 inch from the fold line, which again, this isn't super rocket science, so don't stress out about it, but about 1 inch in, you're just going to snip some notches. Go ahead and cut. So now you have your notch. You're going to fold the fabric on that line and you're going to stick it in the machine at about 1/2 inch over. Again, not super duper rocket science, but 1/2 inch over. You're going to start a dart and you're going to go about a little bit over 1 inch down. So you should have created 4 notches when you did this, 2 on this side and 2 on this side. So now you're going to sew all 4 of those darts. Okay, so now you have your 4 little nose darts and we're ready to do our turnout and press. So we're going to flip this out, right sides out, and contrary to your popular teachings, you're not actually going to poke your corner all the way out. You're actually going to allow your corner to be slightly indented, and that's going to create a pocket that will put the elastic in. So it's a little bit different. You don't actually turn your corner completely. Once you have that like that, you're going to press your hem nicely. You're going to press your side seams. You can press the center if you want to, and your other side seam. Then you're going to go about 3 inches down, and this isn't rocket science, so we're not going to freak out about it being exactly perfect. And you're going to do about a 3/4 inch tuck, right? So about 3 inches down, 3/4 inch tuck, and then another 3/4 inch tuck, making sure we don't go all the way to the bottom. And we are leaving about 2 inches at the top. And then you're going to press those pleats in nice and good because that's going to be your stitching, your guide. And that's ready. Okay, so then you're going to stick the elastic into that little pocket that we created. And you're going to just go ahead and catch it with your pin to anchor it down, doing that on both sides. And great. Then, with your pleats that have already been pressed in, you're going to start on this side and you're going to stitch where the elastic's at, and you're going to quadruple stitch over any elastic you do on this project. So back and forth, getting it nice and tight on there. Then you're going to loop around onto those pleats, and when you're going the reverse side, if you need to lift your foot, go ahead and lift your foot. And as you come to that last pleat, you're going to do a 1/4 inch little tuck dart that you just fold in on your own. If you feel like you need to pin it, go ahead and pin it. And then just stop your stitching right where that 1/4 inch tuck dart is. Repeat on the other side. Okay? Okay, so I've gotten it quadruple stitched where the elastic is, so it's nice and good. And I've got my 1 pleat, 2 pleat, and that little 1/4 inch tuck on both sides, catching it. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in a chin dart. So I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to flip it to my back side. I'm going to fold it in half. And right at that fold, about a 1/2 inch in, again, not super rocket science, I'm going to put in a little dart, just like the ones we did for the nose. And I'm going to go about 1 inch down. Once that dart is in, I'm going to go to my top section. I'm going to flip the serge line down, and I'm going to top stitch the serge line down just to finish it off nice and pretty, not leaving it raw. And I have a free arm, so I'm going to slip this around the free arm. Going all the way around the top. Cut. Okay, so the next step is we're going to take the other side of the elastic and we're going to put it in at the top corner. And I'd pay attention that it's not twisted in any way. It's going, directionality is the same. We're again going to pin it to anchor it. And then we're going to pin our other side to anchor it. Then we're going to stitch, making sure that we're not catching the elastic and we're good. We're going to stitch 1 inch in. Again, not rocket science, so you don't need to mark it. And I'm going to quadruple stitch over the elastic. And repeat on the other side. So here's your finished product. You have a chin dart at the bottom. You have your 2 3/4 inch pleats, your 1/4 inch little tuck dart there. It is open as a pocket, so you can add an extra filter in if you'd like to, or another mask if you so wish. And you have your elastic and it's sewn on nice and tight. That's your finished product. And here's the finished product with the darts at the nose, allowing it to get as close as possible up at top without a wire. You can see that with all of those pleatings, it's nice and tight against the cheek. And with the chin dart, it's nice and tight up against the chin line. And when you're done with these, it is super important for you to wash them, to sterilize them, dry them in very high heat, and as soon as you take them out of the dryer, you put them into a sterile bag and seal it up so that we can give them to healthcare workers. If you want to put a bunch of them into one big sterile bag, you can do that. You don't have to individually wrap them.